My name is Amora Teller, and I'm doing a YouTube video that's basically a book talk for this book called Principles by Mary Jane Satcherby. But before I start in advance, just wanted to let y'all know that and let y'all know in case y'all wondering, let y'all know that I might be looking down at my piece of paper that I have wrote down all my information for the book talk, in case I forget. So now I'm at the beginning of the book talk, and the first thing I'm beginning off with is the brief summary. So Percival is about a young girl named Mary Jane who lived in Iran with most of her family members. Her experiencing dramatic changes in her country. Her also going through rough times when she lived in Iran and Australia. Her then moving to Australia because her parents thought life over there would be so much better for her, because she won't have to be around any war and don't have to experience any changes while she's in a different country. Her then returning back home from Australia, but then leaving because of the love she thought she found became distant. What I mean by that is how they started to separate from each other, and how her country was changed from the last time she was there, and also her bad memories catching up back with her. Now I'm at the beginning of the plot diagram, and the first thing to start off with is the exposition. The main character's beginning is Mary Jane, her mother, her father, Mrs. and Mr. Satcherby, and her grandmother. The setting in the beginning is in Iran around the 1970s. First action is after the exposition is girls celebrating vows, demonstration against the vows, and the Cultural Revolution. And now I'm about to do before the climax. 3 events is Mary Jane had visits from her family and friends. She met up back with her friend who went to war, and she told her family how she suffered while she was in Australia. Now get to the climax is that Mary Jane became depressed because from her coming home, her past, caught up with her and her secrets weighed down on her shoulders. Now we get to the following action. That was, her mother recommending her to seeing a therapist, for she got somebody to be able to understand what she's going through, be able to help her with her problem. And her friends assisting her, taking her skiing, to make her feel, better than she did before and put her in a better mindset. And the resolution is what happened at the end of the book is that Mary Jane decided to move to Paris, France without her family and friends or her husband, because how she wanted to start over her life again. Start her life again with a better start. Now I'm about to do the meaningful passage. The passage that I chose for first to explain was heroes. Why? Because the main character, Mary Jane, her actions, caused her to get in trouble, and also everything else, also including everything else that happened in the story, in that passage, basically. So I'm gonna have to read it off my paper because I have forgot some of the things that I'm gonna say. So here I go. In the passage, the heroes one day 3,000 political prisoners were left free from a prison that was cruel and very harsh towards them, like they weren't humans. So so they were 3,000 prisoners left free from a harsh and cruel prison that treated them like they weren't humans. But before they was left free, Mary Jane knew about one of them. That was Shamak, who was Mary Jane's mom's best friend, husband, and also his daughter. So one day while Mary Jane was with Shamak's daughter and her mother was with Shamak's wife, Mary Jane had told Shamak's daughter something very heartbreaking, to the point where her actions caused her to get in trouble because of what she hears from other people. So one day when everybody was united, Shamak Mushin told Mary Jane's parents what happened to them, but what happened not only to them, but what happened to other people when they was in jail. And so from that, from that, and Mary Jane seeing her mother react towards it, that made Mary Jane feel some type of way. Well, you could say sad, to the point, where she had to go outside, and from what she hears, she had to go outside and play a little game with her friends that was torturing them. And so from her doing that, it felt like it gave her power. It felt like, she could take control over somebody and torture somebody. But from her feeling that way for a short amount of time, she became overwhelmed to the point, where she had to talk to her mom and only feel safe in God's arms. And only feel safe in God's arms. And I guess from, only feeling safe in God's arms, I guess she's saying, she, won't do the things that she hears to other people because it feels wrong, basically. So now I'm about to do the mini Arthur study, and I'm gonna have to read this one off the paper also. Okay, mini Arthur study. Why they motivated Arthur to write a story was her parents. Why? Because they wanted her to be able to tell people around the world a great story about her life, what she went through, about her country, and also the changes that happened in her country, basically, because of how they want people to learn or know about the things they didn't know, and how they also wanted somebody to be able to connect with the author and the problems that she had. And I said, what? And the other question was, what influenced the author? And I said, was her personal problems, her personal situations. That was her becoming depressed, from her past and secrets catching up with her relationships, her marriage, her becoming homeless, and also her becoming sick. And then the next question says, do you recommend a novel? And I said, yes, I do recommend a novel, Principles. Why? Because I want other people to be able to read and learn about the author, and what she went through and her experiences from, the changes in her country and how her life was when she moved to Australia and then back, like I did from reading the entire book. And now I'm going into the questions. This is the last part of the book talk. That is the question. The first question is, the question is basically help me support my why I should recommend the novel. So here we go. The first question is, who will enjoy reading this book? Second one is, do you connect to a character or an event, and why?